Hello, freak bitches.
I'm minding my business. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm watching the baby. It's 4:30. Did I tell you about this, Lee?
No.
I heard a knock on the door. I never open my door. You can knock on my door all you want. If you don't call me, I don't open the door. I just sit there and watch TV. I'm one of those motherfuckers. Unless you call me and say I'm coming over, I don't open the door for anybody. You can, and that's I've been doing that for 30 years. I don't know nothing. But the baby was like, Daddy, somebody's at the door. I'm like, God damn it. I opened the door, 3 women at my door. 2 of them are cockeyed. I swear to God, I'm not even trying to be funny. They're from the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Oh.
Okay, how you doing? I go, listen, I'm not into this stuff, but my wife is. My wife isn't into Mormons. I just said that so I could get off the hook. I go, I'm feeling the baby. If you want to come back in 30 minutes, the girl goes, I'm really thirsty. Can I get a glass of water or a water bottle? You know what, man?
That's how they get you in. That's a tactic.
I closed the fucking door. You know me, I don't give a fuck. Hold on 1 second. I closed the door. I tried to get it. My wife is from Tennessee. She saves those fucking bottles and fills them up with water and takes them to yoga. I throw them away. What are we, white trash? I throw these things away. Once they're done, they're done. My wife saves them and puts them in the freezer for headaches and shit. So I went to get one of those, and there was no bottles. So I give her a glass of water. She takes off. Now I'm running against the clock. These 3 little Mormon bitches are going to come back. My wife walks in. I go, let me go outside and get high. Do you know they stole my pipe? When they asked me to get the water, they stole my pot pipe from the balcony. Nobody else was on that balcony. The water guy comes on that balcony. He sees the pipe. I don't leave weed out there. I'm not that stupid. I just leave the pipe with the cleaner. The pipe, my wife was there, and Juana came, the lady who takes care of Mercy. And they didn't steal the Mormons stole my pipe. Let me tell you something. I got in that car and hunted those 3 little cockeyed bitches down all over. I couldn't find them. They never came back. They stole my pot pipe.
Do you think they stole it because they were just stealing things, or do you think they stole it because they didn't want you to be engaging in such horrible behavior, smoking marijuana while you're taking care of your child?
I wasn't smoking while I was taking care of the child. I always leave it out there. It's always out there.
That's not what I mean. I mean, like you have a child, but you're still smoking marijuana. Like, how dare you? What are you doing with a pot pipe? We need to take this from him.
Maybe they took it, but if they smoked it, they ain't cockeyed no more. That 2 bitches ain't cockeyed no more and shit. She had holes in her feet and her shoes. And I'm sitting there going, what religion sends people to knock on doors on Memorial Day? That's a guaranteed slam to the door to the face.
Didn't you have another one that you kept, like, he kept coming back?
Yeah, I had a Jehovah's Witness. I was stringing him along. I was just having a good time with him. I want to talk to you. You caught me at a bad time. Come back in an hour. I'd see him lurking in front of my house. I'd be dry. I couldn't even go home.
Oh,
I couldn't even go home. I had him strung out for like 4 months, dog. Every time he come over, you know what? I really want to talk to you. Give me those pamphlets. I'll call the number.
You would think, starting from your basic, your zero set point of just, now we're going to reboot civilization, you would think that if you had this kind of process, each candidate would be more impressive than the next. I mean, you'd be like, I can't believe each person who came to the podium.
Like
would
looking
be
at
so,
like LeBron
so impressive.
James.
Oh yeah, it'd be like the dunk contest, for the NBA. It'd be like, oh my God, like just when you thought you saw the best dunk in your life, the next guy comes along.
Exactly.
And it would be that on every topic. Right. It'd be like you'd be talking about the science of climate change. You'd be talking about the actual dynamics of the war on terror. So topics that seem to have no relationship, where you would have to be. You'd be amazed that anyone could be an expert in all of them. You would find someone who is an expert, a functional expert in all of them.
A Jeopardy winner, dude.
Yeah. But someone who is also ethically wise, who wasn't obviously an asshole.
Right.
And who had a mature relationship to changing his or her mind. Right. So like this whole bit about flip-flopping and not, being like someone who could honestly represent changes of mind across a political career, right? I mean, it's nowhere written that it's a good thing to believe today what you believed 20 years ago. In fact, if you do that on every topic, it means basically you haven't been in dialogue with the world. But there's something, it's so taboo to change your mind that either you have to lie about it, or you have to pretend it was always that way, or it's just the system. The system is broken in that respect. But given the choices, and when you have a choice between someone who is, for all her flaws, been in the game for long enough to be really well informed and capable of compromise and capable of not just breaking the entire machine, and you have someone who's just kind of stepped off the set of his reality TV show and then lied about everything and elbowed his way, onto your television set and never left because, CNN couldn't figure out how to give the mic to someone else. It's amazing.
Well, he's a
situation
product
we're
of
in.
attention because they realize that there's the heated race, right? The heated race, this guy was really famous. And in a heated race, this guy would say some crazy stuff, and so they would tune into him. So everybody had to tune into him. So because of him saying crazy stuff, he accelerated the amount they were talking about him. So they were constantly talking about him and barely talking about other people.
But he's created a wormhole in our political process now where there's nothing so crazy that could disqualify him among the people who like him now.
Yes.
So he can just keep it's like nuclear bombs of craziness that the press can't ignore. That every time they think, okay, this is the crazy thing he said that's going to harm his candidacy, so let's shine a light on it. It just helps him. He could get on Twitter right now and say, you know who I'd like to fuck? I'd like to fuck Nicki Minaj. And it would work for him. It would work for him. You would see a tweet storm of a billion people who say, I'd like to fuck Nicki Minaj too, or like, go get her. And it's insanity. That's where we are.
Did you ever do a program thing? Did you like go to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, or did you just stop?
No, I had I had there were a couple times where I was like, all right, I need to quit, and that never works. And then there was one night where it's the first real time I'm on the road. I was terrible with women in high school and college. And then suddenly I hit the road as a comic, and they're everywhere and they're interested, and life is different. And so there was a show, I was doing a show for a sorority. And usually the sororities that sponsor comedy shows are like the philanthropy sorority, and they're all terrible. No, these girls were all hot. Just dimes. The whole chapter just full. They had like one ugly friend as the charity, but they had just gorgeous girls. And my opener goes up and bombs. And then I go up to a standing room only crowd and crush. And so now it's afterward, we're hanging out. There's like this after party thing that they put together for just them and the two of us, one of which they hated because he bombed. And like there are just these 8 hot girls surrounding me. One shouldered another one out of the way to sit next to me. I was like, this is I've like nothing I've ever experienced. And then they took us to another party, and I'm pretty sure someone put something in my drink, not in the way of like, I want to fuck this guy, in the way of like, this is a guy getting all the attention away from the other guys. And I think one of the other guys fucked with my drink.
Really?
Yeah, because I got super violently ill very quickly, like very, very quickly. And I spent the whole night, I was supposed to stay at the sorority house. Like the plan was I was going to stay in the guest room, so I didn't even have to do the whole excuse of like, hey, can I use your bathroom? Can I come in for, like, I was supposed to go back there with them, and I spent the entire night just vomiting. It was terrible.
Wow,
And
somebody spiked your drink.
And then I lost a gig the next day. And at the time, it's my first year on the road, I lost a $1,500 gig the next day.
Because you were so sick?
I couldn't do it. We were driving, it was the middle of winter, but I was wearing like 2 pairs of pants, like 2 sweatshirts, and in a sleeping bag in the car with the heat on full blast, and I was shivering the whole way. Like I was fucked up.
Wow.
It was bad. So
Are you sure you didn't have like the flu or something? That sounds like the flu.
It went away like 6 hours later. So it could have been a very temporary flu, a well-timed flu, I don't know, but that was the night where I was just like, I can't keep doing this.
Have you ever heard of a drug that does that? Like a drug that